here in the Florida Scott Trade Center. Familiar face to many of you, Randy Couture. So you're repping the old alma mater there.
Absolutely.
First national since 1999. You said, what's it like to be back here around wrestling completely?
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm very excited to get the chance to, first come here and represent the book, and two, to get to watch college wrestling again.
The book is called The Last Round. You wrote the essays for it, and Sara Levin used to work for the Wrestling Hall of Fame and USA Wrestling, put it together with the gritty photography. We did a story on it earlier this week, but what's it going to be like now to be amongst the people with the book in a wrestling situation? This is not an MMA community, this is wrestling first.
Yeah, well, hopefully it'll be well received, and regardless, at the end of the day, I'm still a huge wrestling fan, and I'm going to have a blast either way.
Has anybody given you any guff about your scarf yet, or do they just don't have the cojones to do it?
I think they're probably a little intimidated to comment on the scarf. I get that all the time, though.
As far as down being here in the Florida, St. Louis has been a great host. What do you know about St. Louis as far as the wrestling championships, and what are you most looking forward to?
Well, an amazing arena, and it's been an incredible year. I've heard bits and pieces of some of the dual meet stuff that's gone on this year, and so I'm really looking forward to the championship. And tournament format's always different to see how things shake out, who beats who and who ends up in the finals, and how this team race shakes out as well.
You're gonna have a chance to mingle up in the stands, or are you just gonna be over to Fan Fest? What does actually the fandom mean for Randy Couture this weekend?
I'm definitely gonna be at the Fan Fest for a couple hours on Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna go to all the sessions here for wrestling. I'm gonna hang out up in the box with all the Okie Staters. So,
So you could actually say Okie Staters. If you're not from Oklahoma, you're not allowed to say that four-letter O word. As far as they get a little touchy about that down there.
Well,
but who's going to tell you any different?
Well, I probably get away with a lot having been a cowboy myself. So.
In terms of your affiliation with wrestling, it's also been grappling. We had the grappling World Team Trials at your gym in Vegas. What was that experience like?
It was fun to be able to contribute both with USA Wrestling and with the sport of grappling, which is something I've been doing now for the last 15 years, and kind of rallied wrestling into learning the grappling and jiu-jitsu side of things for fighting. So we're looking forward to hosting Pancration. Been doing a lot of stuff kind of resurrecting the style of catch wrestling, and we're talking to Gary about bringing the grappling trials back to the gym this year, so I hope that works out.
In terms of the wrestling as a whole, you look around, you're like, wow, this is the first time it's sold out. And you're here at the first sell. You think it had anything to do with that?
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I think it's this sport. This is a great location in the center of the country. It's an easy place to travel to, and I think they're doing a great job of hosting the tournament. And I know the finals sells out every year, but I think every single session of this tournament this year sold out, which is a unique thing.
Now, in regards to the MMA and the wrestling crossover, you were a little different than maybe some of the college stars. Now, you went and trained Greco, made 4 world teams, then you went into the mixed martial arts, kind of towards the tail end of your wrestling career. What are you looking at now as far as what these guys should do? You got Jordan Burroughs is out here warming up with his alma mater, Nebraska, won a world championship. People are talking about him about MMA. Maybe what's your advice for the wrestlers in terms of what they want to do, whether it be Olympics or MMA, or give the freestyle shot or Greco shot a world?
I think for the first time in the United States anyway, wrestlers, whether collegiate wrestlers or Olympic wrestlers, have a professional outlet for their sport. I think I could take any guy that's on this mat here and in short order get them technically up to speed to be a very, very good mixed martial artist, and then how far they go with that is kind of up to them. But I think wrestling is a tremendous foundation, whether it's international or collegiate wrestling, for mixed martial arts. And I think we're seeing more and more wrestlers turn up in the sport of mixed martial arts and doing very, very well.
Do you think maybe the wrestlers should give the Olympic shot at least one go before they get into it full time? Obviously, it's something you did. You went to the Olympics, although MMA wasn't really established and there yet.
I think it's a personal decision and how they really see themselves fitting in. Obviously, there's a very elite group of guys, first of all, that are at the NCAAs and the NCAA champions. There's also a very small and elite group of guys that win an Olympic medal, whether any color. So it kind of depends on where your goals are and what you want to do, and then where you go from there. There's certainly room to do both. I did both. but it's really an individual choice, and whether you see yourself as an Olympian and pursue that after college, or you jump right into making yourself a professional mixed martial artist, it's up to you.
The book is The Last Round. You check it here at FanFest if you're watching at home and on your way here. If not, check out Amazon.com. Last Round, Randy Couture and Sara Levin. Randy, thanks.
You bet. Thank you.